Missouri State Bears are with us. Head coach Conzo Martin, Chase Martin, and Michael Osei Bonsu will represent Missouri State. We're going to ask the head coach to make a statement on the game, and then we'll go to questions for all three Bears on the dais. Conzo, anytime.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Credit to Illinois State. I thought they played a great game on both sides of the basketball. I thought, in my opinion, just watching them in their last, 7 or 8 games, I thought they turned their defensive focus up a notch because I thought they was really offensive minded, can do a great job offensively. I thought they took another steps, especially and I think for me it started with Banks putting pressure on the ball, and it kind of changed their identity as a team. To give him credit, give them credit, but did a great job making shots and making plays. And I think for us, in the last 9 or so games, we were number 1 in conference in defending the three-point line, and they did a great job making shots. Of course, they did a great job cutting and getting open, but you got to give big fella Walker credit for creating advantages and those guys making shots.
Thank you. First question, Lindell. Thank you.
Yeah, Michael, you'd had close games with these guys, but today, what was they were doing defensively that maybe frustrated you guys?
I don't think it was anything they did that frustrated us. It was just us being more tough-minded, more disciplined, and we just need to do a better job of being disciplined and being tougher and more grit. So it wasn't really them, it was really us that stopped ourselves.
Chase, what about on the perimeter? As you guys were trying to defend them, they shot it well. Some breakdowns or a credit to their shooting?
I think it's a little bit of both. They have a lot of great shooters on their team, a lot of guys who can knock down shots. And with Chase Walker, he can really get the ball in the paint, distribute. He demands a lot of attention. So whenever he gets inside, good things happen. But they really knocked down the 3 today. They shot it really well. So it was a little bit of both. They shot it really well, and our breakdowns defensively not being in the right spots, not being in good enough rotation. So that's on us, but credit to them for shooting the ball well.
All right, back to him. Thank you.
Michael, as you look ahead, the Bears join a new league next year. For the guys who return on this team, what do you anticipate that'll be like, and what do you take away from this year through the struggles that might hopefully build a foundation for the future?
What I take from it is that we're a family, and we're going to continue to play together, play solid and everything. Next year, we're just going to do the same thing. Coach is going to instill toughness and greatness in all of us. So we're going to build on this and be a better team next year.
Coach, you've been in the league twice, 2 stints in the Valley. What's your thoughts on the going away and leaving the Valley and looking to the future?
Well, for me, it's just basketball. As a basketball coach, you have 13 to 15 guys on a roster, and my job is to represent Missouri State to the best of my ability to make sure we create, develop, and put out successful basketball players as well as student athletes, not just getting degrees but having successful careers. But location doesn't matter to me. It's basketball, and it's our job as a staff to hit the ground running, which we have already, and recruiting to build our roster to be a champion. But, man, this is work. I mean, you got your roster, you got your location. I have my family. That's all that matters. Everything else, let the chips fall where they may.
For you, after this season of adversity record-wise, what do you want your guys who do return on this team to take away from this and hopefully build?
Well, I've been around the block at 53 years old. The record doesn't bother me. I take all of that. I said, at some point somebody might write a book. It could be me, but the resiliency, because I think in society we get so consumed with a winner. We understand we want to win. Everybody wants to win. But who's going to write the book on the resiliency of young men who fight and scratching and clawing? When you're talking about a 1-point loss, 2-point loss, up 4, lose a game, 1-point loss, 3-point loss. Man, you're talking about 13 times in a season down the stretch. That's exhausting, but you have the resiliency to come back the next day, the perseverance to not give up, to not quit. So it's easy to say, okay, on the flip side, it's probably going to still be one team coming out as the conference champion going to the tournament. It's not like 7 teams. So, again, I told the guys, I shook each one of the guys' hand. I love them. I'm proud of them, man, because the grit and the fight and the determination to not fold when times get hard. And I said to our staff, I kept saying it after those, I said, man, at some point the dam's going to break. it's going to break but they kept coming back. They come back to practice, whether it's 7 guys, 8 guys. We have a graduate assistant out there practicing, and it wasn't complaining. Weightlifting, focus on attention to detail, on the film session, on the road. I mean, this is the first team I've ever been a part of where when you consistently in the airport and they say these are the best guys I've ever been around. I mean, these top-notch guys, not just, I mean, these guys are not going to be just successful in basketball, but they will be pillars in communities. And that was the one thing when I took over the program, and there was some guys I on the surface, yes, could have helped us. And some in this league, some in other leagues. But I wanted guys, man, I can lose with. I don't want a guy I'm searching for in the midnight hour. I don't want any of that. I don't want the guys, the nightlife, all the stuff off the court. I didn't want that. So I could take that blow, that 9 for 13. I'll put a trophy. I'll put that in a trophy case, put it in my room, whatever. Hopefully my grandkids can see it, and I'll say, yeah, this is granddad. Because that's what men do. They stand in the midst of fire and they deal with it. And I'm the man for the assignment.
Anything else for the Bears? Gentlemen, you're excused. And on a personal note, Lindell and Coach Rowe and Rick, thank you very much for representing the Valley in such a great, classy way. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm excused too?